And today, the scrutiny over the death penalty could rise to a new level. This after a lethal injection took much longer than anyone expected. Death penalty opponents and the murderer's defense attorney say this is another botch execution. Here's one witness describing what she saw.
Once he was sedated, he just laid there and took several gasps. I counted probably more than 600 gasps during the nearly 2 hours that it took for him to die.
This all taking place in Arizona. The condemned man you see right here, Joseph Woods, was injected with a somewhat untested combination of two drugs. The governor, Jan Brewer, says she's directing the Department of Corrections to conduct a full review of what took place, but she says Woods' execution showed justice was in fact carried out. Also, family members of the murder victim spoke to the Associated Press. Richard Brown, the brother-in-law of Debbie Dietz, who was 29 when she was killed by Joseph Wood back in 1989, said that why didn't they give him a bullet? This man conducted a horrifying murder, and you guys are worrying about the drugs. Why didn't they give him Drano? You can understand that gentleman's concerns. There are many of you also remember that an Oklahoma inmate was reportedly writhing in pain after he was injected with a new 3-drug cocktail.
And 7 days after Dow Malaysia Airlines flight, 40 coffins bearing some of the victims were driven to the Netherlands to a military barracks, where forensics experts begin the task of identifying the remains. According to authorities, some bodies could be identified quickly and returned to their loved ones, but some families may have to wait weeks for a positive identification.
Meanwhile, if you're waiting for a U.S. passport or visa, get ready to wait and wait and wait. The State Department's global database for issuing travel documents has crashed. This could potentially cause major delays for millions of people around the world. A U.S. official familiar with the situation said some 50,000 applicants were hit in one country alone. And the FAA has now lifted its ban on U.S. airlines flying into and out of Ben Gurion Airport in Tel Aviv, Israel. Regulators decided to lift the restrictions after reviewing new safety measures the Israeli government is now taking to lessen the chances of a passenger plane being shot down. They first put the ban into place Tuesday after a rocket struck about a mile away from the airport in Tel Aviv. And as the number of immigrant children crossing into the United States illegally continues to cause alarm, competing crisis contingency plans are emerging out of both the House and the Senate. House Republicans say they won't approve any money unless there are clear policy changes that can help solve the problem. Specifically, they're referring to an anti-human trafficking law from 2008 that prevents the immediate deportation of anyone from countries other than Mexico or Canada. But many Democratic senators say the law needs to remain in place, and they want money to house the illegal immigrants until legal and perhaps even refugee status can be determined. Meantime, in a new Pew Research poll, it just came out, and it shows that more than 80% of the children that have crossed into the border from Central America in the past several months are teenagers ages 13 to 17.